Okay, Brian, can you tell me what is your major key?
I think it's really easy to tell somebody who's prepared.
So what is the trick for you to connect with them? Okay, Brian, can you tell me what is your major key to building your relationship with your clients?
I think it's really easy to tell somebody who's prepared, who knows their information correctly, who knows their projects, and who knows what it takes to get a deal across the line. And it's very easy to separate that from someone who doesn't know. Personally, the approach that I take when I meet clients is that I will listen to them first. I will understand their requirements, and then I'll advise them correctly, even if that sometimes means telling them what they want is not the right thing for them.
The right clients can be from anywhere in the world. So what is the trick for you to connect with them?
I think definitely there's a lot of people in the market from different places, which is it's quite obvious. We're a very international market, and it's very demanding. And to connect with people from so many different types of countries, I think what it takes is for you to really understand the process. Now, there is some agents who work with what's called conveyancing, which I do think in some cases works, and that means that someone is going to guide you through the process and not the real estate agent themselves. Personally, I think a lot of us in our company, we do the work by hand, which means we really know the process. And when you can explain to someone the process, even if they have to use a translator, it makes them feel confident. So I think that's how myself and maybe a lot of other people in Union Square House have worked with a lot of international customers, and it gives us a real big advantage over a lot of other people.
You've been here for some time.
Yeah.
What keeps you here?
Well, I think in this type of business, you face a lot of difficulties in your personal life, within your deals, within many different aspects of the business, some of which is not really spoken and exposed in the industry publicly. And when I was working at previous places, I didn't feel the same support that I felt in here, you know. So for me, it was a day and night difference of where I was working before, and any sort of difficulty I faced in any transactions in a professional environment, maybe sometimes even in my personal life, I knew that I had a family that was there to support me through anything. So for me, I think obviously in an industry like this, when we're essentially fighting a battle against a lot of other agents, it's important that the people that you work with and your team feel like a family, because you never know when you're going to need them.
You're right. Tell me what buyers don't realize until they are in the market.
Yeah, that's a very good question. And I think it's the most important factor when you're investing in the Dubai market is that you're properly advised, you know. In most cases, I think, not all the time, but in most cases, you need to actually look into the data of the community of where you're investing and how the performance has been there, what the sales prices were, what the rental prices were, and that way you have an anticipation. If you're buying something under construction as an investment, if you didn't do the correct analysis, which in some cases does happen as a new buyer into the market, it can really be a long-term investment that you thought would maybe only be 3 to 4 years, for example, might be something that will appreciate in capital in a longer period of time. For me personally, I think that it's not common that every single agent that you're going to meet in the market is going to give you that insight because they just want to sell, you know. For us here, I think that there's a lot of launches that you see we really focus on and that our team really attacks because we know the value in it, and it not just within our company, but it's just the nature of all of us. We definitely, do that analysis carefully for our clients. And I mean, in most cases, when I'm going to the launch, it's not necessarily about my client being the one who decided to buy it. It might have been me.
Yeah.
And the trust factor is there when you've been working with people for so long that they're just working basically on our words.
That's why again it's important to building the relationship. Okay, and last one.
Yeah.
For you, can you tell me what is the biggest mistake the seller they are making when they want to sell their properties?
Oh my God, yeah, I can definitely tell you that. I think as an agent, we have to understand that it's a commission-based industry. It's not a secret. Everybody knows that. An agent that's willing to undercut themselves or work on your property non-exclusively or not look for a commission, whatever, I think that should be a flag, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you want the person that's going to represent your property to have motivation to represent it properly, to represent you professionally, and the best agents just won't really be negotiable on those terms. And essentially, I feel like as a seller, you devalue your property if you're going to work with those caliber of people, right? If you're going to just work with multiple different people, or somebody who's going to undercut themselves. As a purchaser, when you are, even if you want the unit, you'll just feel a different value for the property if you have so many different types of people involved. And I think it's a huge mistake, because when you really want to make money in this industry, you got to put your investments at the highest representation that's possible. And that doesn't happen when you work with multiple people, especially the ones that are undercutting themselves.